What's good, y'all? Welcome back. Not AFL today. And English, shout out to them, but we are going to be learning some Australian slang words and some expressions. That's been a hot minute since we have done a video like this. I'm very much looking forward to it. Should be a good one. Should be an absolutely good one, y'all. And I am, you guys know I am 5% Aussie. Yeah. I consider myself 5% Aussie. I am part of Aussie land. I don't know what city, but I am part of Aussie land. So should be a good one. Should be a great one. Let's go and let's check out some of these expressions, some of these slang words. Don't get to start the video and sub as well as always, guys and girls. Good night, mate. Let's get it.
Yeah, the world's largest island, the smallest continent, a big rock, and a very pretty harbour. You should definitely visit if you have the chance. You absolutely should. I'm Emma from English, and I'm also Australian. Here on YouTube, you are always asking me about where I'm from, so I guess I don't say it enough. But here in Australia, we speak English with a distinctly Australian accent, which has some unique features, some that are similar to British English and others that are more closely aligned with American English pronunciation. But for most people who come to visit, whether they're an English speaker or not, they're confused or they're dumbfounded, surprised by our slang vocabulary. So in this video, I'm going to share 40 slang expressions that you need to know if you plan to move here, to visit here, to study here, or even if you're just hanging out with some Australians in some other part of the world. This lesson will help to reveal that mysterious, secret slang language that Australians...
Quick little confession. Girls who talk with an accent, I'm weak. It's
used to communicate.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Let's get started.
A little history lesson first. Australia is a British colony, so our grammar rules and our spelling rules are the same as British English, and that means they're a little different from American English. Our sense of humour is also quite similar to Brits. Even some of our slang words are the same. That sense of humour is dry, it's sarcastic. It can sometimes take a little bit of getting used to, especially because with sarcasm, it often involves saying one thing, but the tone and the body language is completely opposite. You know, like a joke that's said with a completely straight face. So it's really hard to know if they're actually joking or not. We are generally pretty easygoing people. You know, we definitely don't take ourselves too seriously. In fact, we're usually laughing at ourselves, making fun of our mates, joking around.
Mates.
So in Australia, if an Australian is making fun of you, quite often it means that they actually like you. It's a weird way of showing affection. The best thing that you can do is make an Australian laugh.
Wait. Huh?
Making fun of our mates, joking around. So in Australia, if an Australian is making fun of you, quite often it means that they actually like you. It's a weird way of showing affection. The best thing that you can do is make...
So if an Aussie girl is making fun of me, you rocking with the kid, huh? Hey, I mean...
Australian laugh.
Hey, clown me all you want. Clown me all you want.
Now, a mate
call me Joker.
is a friend. Right? This is one of the most important words to an Australian. It's usually an affectionate word, you know, meaning friend. But mate can also be your partner, your brother, your sister, your son, your daughter, your friend, your colleague. And a mate can also be a total stranger. Anyone can be called mate, right? Mate, how are you?
Good night, mate.
Cool. I will catch you later, mate. It's super friendly.
Good night, mate.
With a shift in tone, it can also be used to confront someone about a problem. Listen, mate, we need to talk about this. Mate, calm down. I'm not trying to start an argument.
What you doing, mate?
In fact, the Australian police usually walk up to any situation and start with, hey, mate, like, friend, relax.
Calm down, my guy.
Now, I know this concept of, mate, And mate can be really confusing, right? But try to use facial expression and tone as a guide. You know, is it friendly? Is it serious? If you're doing the wrong thing and someone walks up to you and says, mate, what do you think you're doing?
Yeah, serious, yeah.
You know they're pissed off, right? And that's Australian for annoyed.
Pissed off.
Now, a lot of slang words in Australia
pissed off,
follow
mate.
a really similar pattern. You take the original word and you shorten it, and then you add either E, R, or O at the end. Now, this is really, really common. These words are really commonly used all the way across Australia, across all levels of society. You'll hear the Prime Minister using these words along with a truck driver that's driving across the Nullarbor, which is the big dirt patch in the middle of Australia.
Oh,
now, there are literally hundreds of funny words like this, and that can be really intimidating to try and learn.
Is she
But
just
the ones
an
that
F
I'm
word or
including
funny?
in this video are ones that I use regularly myself, ones that I hear people use, my friends, my colleagues, my family, they use them all the time, or ones that regularly come up in the media. Because these ones are all relevant current slang words to learn, right? And if you look up Australian slang on a whole bunch of websites, it might be quite funny to read all of these random words, but actually not a lot of them really get used anymore. You know, they're sort of from a few decades ago. In Australia, we are big fans of footy. But not this type of footy.
You know that.
That's
AFL,
soccer.
baby. The
This
AFL,
is
baby.
Australian footy.
We know that. We know that. We know that.
Now, I want you to really pay attention to that flap T sound. It
Footy.
sounds more like a D, right? Footy. Footy.
Footy.
If you're moving to Melbourne in particular, one of the first things that you'll need to do is pick a footy team, okay? This
Brisbane.
question will...
Let you guys know. Best Port Brisbane. The Lions. Let you guys know.
get asked of you, probably often, so get amongst it. Go to a couple of games, even if it's just to say that you did. It's a really good place to start to understand Australian culture. Barbie is a barbecue.
Barbie.
Snags, sausages.
Barbie.
Arvo, afternoon.
Hold up. Okay. So you guys know Barbie, like the dolls or whatever, stuff like that. Barbie, like Barbie World, stuff like that. So Barbie. I try to have a Barbie mic. I like that. Snags. The sausage. Arvo. So what? Good Arvo? Good Arvo, mate. Arvo. Oh, afternoon. Oh, good Arvo.
We're going to throw some snags on the Barbie on Saturday Arvo. Come round. And that really just means we're going to cook some sausages on the barbecue on Saturday afternoon. Come over. Avo, avocado.
Avo, okay.
Brekkie, breakfast.
I know that.
Avo
Brekkie.
on toast is a very common breakfast meal.
That thing
at
is
cafes
good.
in
That
Australia.
is good.
It seemed to be the reason why young Australians can't actually save enough money to buy a house, because they keep spending all their money on going out for breakfast and
Avocados
having
are expensive though in the States.
So avo
In the
is a
States,
very
they are
common thing to eat for
expensive.
breakfast. It's definitely also common at brunch. Now, brunch is a meal
we know
between breakfast and lunch.
We know
Common
that.
in Australia, but in other English-speaking countries too. Now, it's not in addition to those meals. It usually replaces one or the other. Usually on weekends when lots of people have a sleep in, maybe they wake up later. So on Saturday and Sunday in Australia, you will definitely see a lot of people out for brunch on the weekend. All right, let's talk about some places now. So McDonald's is called Macca's.
I know that. Macca's.
Now, if anyone asks you to do a Macca's run, it means go out and pick up McDonald's and bring it back for everyone.
Okay. That's smooth.
Or you might say,
That's smooth.
oh, I'm just waiting on the corner near Macca's. Now, uni
I
is
know that.
university.
University.
Uni.
I know that.
What did you study at uni?
I know that.
How's uni going?
That's smooth.
This is incredibly common.
That's
if you're
smooth.
planning to study in Australia, really the only time that you're going to hear the word university is in formal contexts. Everyone else is going to talk about uni, so that's university. The servo is a service station or a petrol station.
The hell is that? Gas
Now,
station?
in America, the fuel that goes in your car is called gas, but you won't hear people in Australia call it gas.
Okay.
We call it petrol.
It's called a gas
So
station.
this place is a petrol station or a service station, a place to service your car.
Ah,
Hence the servo. I need to stop at the servo on the way. Means
the gas
I
station.
need to stop and get some petrol.
Okay.
The bottle-o. The bottle-o.
The bottle.
The bottle-o is a bottle shop or a liquor store, a shop that sells alcohol. In
bottle-o.
Australia, places where you can buy alcohol are strictly regulated. So you can't buy alcohol at a 7-Eleven like you can in some countries. You have to go to the bottle shop, the bottle-o. Hey, I'm going to stop at the bottle-o on the way. Let me know if you need me to pick something up.
The bottle.
Now, while we're on the subject, Australians love a drink. And one of the best places to sit
man.
and to observe Australian life
alcoholics.
is in a pub, at the beach or at the pub.
So the bar.
It's a really social space and a great space to strike up a conversation with someone and to have a chat. But I wanted to share a few more words that you might need. So a slab is a carton of beer.
Pass me a
Usually
slab.
a 24 pack of beer, right? in a box.
24 pack.
A tinny
Dang. Jeez. I mean, like, we usually get like a 6 or a 12. A 6 in the majority of time, you know what I mean? But 24, my God, you got party going on. A tiny is a can of beer.
is a can of beer. A stubby is a bottle of beer.
Okay.
And a stubby cooler, one of these hideous things, is used to keep your stubby or your tinny cold during the long, hot Australian summers. These are tourist souvenirs that you can get in any servo, anywhere around Australia, and you can collect all of the ugliest ones that you can find and keep them as souvenirs of your time in Australia. This one's from the Nanotara Roadhouse. It's got a goanna, a road train, and an eagle.
A road train.
Every Australian has at least 20 of them stuffed in random places around their house. And generally, the gaudier, the uglier, the better. And an esky is what you need to take to the park to keep your drinks and your food cool in. So it's like an insulated box where you put ice and keep your drinks cool. That's an esky. Lotto is...
So flip-flops or sandals are called dongs in Australia, I guess. Not like dongs like what the girls be wearing, what the ladies be wearing, but all right.
The lotto.
Hey, you learn something new every day.
The most I've ever won on a lotto ticket is about 50 bucks.
Lotto.
And bucks is
$8.
slang for dollars.
That's easy.
If I catch an Uber home from the city, it usually costs me about 30 bucks.
That's
Ripper is a good expression
we actually,
when something's going well or it's good. Like, Ripper. You could say, you little Ripper, when something's really good, you've got great news. Or you could say, bloody Ripper, when something's really great. Like when you win the lotto. Bloody Ripper. What a great day. In Australia, many, many, many suburbs and place names are also shortened too. So Brizzy is Brisbane. Tassie is Tasmania.
Brizzy.
Sandy is Sandringham. Freo is Fremantle.
Yeah, I know that. Freo.
Rotto is Rottnest Island in WA. The Goldie is the Gold Coast in Queensland. The
Brizzy.
G
MCG.
is the MCG, famous sports ground in Melbourne.
The G.
And if there are any Australians watching and you can think of others, please let me know in the comments. Hit me up. There are so many of these. The list is way too long to continue with here. But the point is that if you hear a word that you don't recognize, it's totally okay to ask. You know, Australians know that not everyone understands our slang way of, referring to things, especially place names. So if you're not sure, just ask. Another really important place is the loo. the toilet.
Ooh.
So the dunny used to be a very Australian expression, but it's rarely used now. Lots of random Australian slang websites include it because it's funny, but don't bother learning it and actually using it. Nobody does it. So people who are involved in construction work are often called tradespeople. They're the skilled people who also come to your house to fix things.
That makes sense. But like, we got like trade school. So like, you can learn like construction, plumbing, like HVAC, like, you know, it's like deal with like the air conditioning, stuff like that. So, you know, just a little American thing. I'm sorry about that. Just a little American thing.
In Australia, of course, we have shortened the names for all of these people, starting with tradie. Now, tradie is a tradesman. It's a really general word for everyone who works in that type of industry. But specifically, a brickie is a bricklayer.
The brickie.
A sparky is an electrician. A chippy is a carpenter.
It makes sense though. Sparky,
this kind of continues into all other types of work as well. A truckie is a truck driver. A polly is a politician. You'll often hear this used in Australian media when talking about politicians. A sickie is a sick day, but not a real sick day. I don't know if this happens much in your country, but a sickie is when you take a day off work, but you're not actually sick. Maybe it's because the weather's really nice and you want to go fishing with your mates.
Yeah, sick days.
This
we got that.
Chucking a sickie or pulling a sickie. What else is there? Info is information.
Okay, makes sense.
Intro is introduction.
It makes sense.
And I think those two are pretty commonly used across lots of different English-speaking countries. But in Australia, we definitely love it because we love those shortened versions. A mo is a moustache. A roo
kangaroo.
Mozzie is a mosquito. I hate those guys.
Yeah.
For some reason, they always come after me, so I am always taking Mozzie spray with me everywhere I go in summer.
Mosquito spray. Yeah.
This insect repellent is called...
Well, I don't have a feeling that mosquitoes in AUSSIE are freaking big as hell. Like, I've got a feeling they are like humongous. Like, I don't know why. I'm probably just paranoid. Probably because I know like there's some animals in Australia which are like really crazy, but I don't know. I don't know. It's different over there. When they contain some animals, it's different over there.
Anyway, that is a solid list of relevant Australian slang words to learn. And even if you don't use them yourself, just becoming familiar with them is going to help you to understand Australian native English speakers so much more easily. Now, you might even be able to think of some others. So let me know in the comments if you've got some other ideas and suggestions.
Listen, we're definitely... Hey, Aussie land for the win. Aussie land for the win. Most definitely Aussie land for the win. Very, very interesting. Y'all know me, man. Aussie land. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Don't forget to like the video and sub as well as always. Take care, stay amazing. Love you guys and girls. Peace.